Hello and welcome to Hump Day Lunch Break. It is Wednesday, August 30th. I hope you all are having a great day. Tell me where you're joining from and what you're having for lunch. I'd love to know. And I'm just getting my feet going here so I can see all your comments. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to grab one of my past paper pumpkin kits and actually make some alternative cards. So what do you do when you're done with all the supplies in your paper pumpkin kit, or you've made all the projects that you want to in that? Well, you can still use those stamp sets. You can still use those extra bits and pieces that you have. So I'm going to show you one and what you can do that with. Okay, so there we go. All right. So again, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Love to know where you're at. All right, so we're going to, oops, I almost knocked down a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to be using our Good Things Come in Small Packages, which was our December 2022 paper pumpkin kit. So in this kit, it came with a whole bunch of little boxes to set. So I think there was like 16 boxes. I didn't need that many boxes, so I have this kit here that I didn't really use. So how do I use those bits and pieces? Well, I decided to convert these into cards instead of boxes. So I'm going to show you one card that we're going to make right here together, and then I'll show you a couple other alternatives. So I'm going to just open the kit here, and what this kit did is it made this little box, and then it had a belly band that went around it. So in the kit itself, I actually took apart all the little pieces here. I used what things I wanted, and now I just have some extra pieces in my kit. So I do have my stamp set. So I am going to be using the stamp set from here. And instead of using the garden green stamp pad, I'm going to pull in another color. So let me, actually, the other thing that we're going to be using is this little tag. So I had a tag left over, and that is pretty much it. So I have a piece of Calypso Coral, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have one of those pieces that formed a little belly band that goes around the box. So this was in a kit just like that. I pulled in some scrap basic white. I pulled in a scrap of balmy blue. Now these are all colors that were in the kit, and you can see that in the back of your paper pumpkin kit. Over the kit contents, it says according Stampin' Up! Colors. It tells you all different things to use. And it also actually gives you some alternative projects. So you can actually go to StampinUp.com, Paper Pumpkin Coordination. You can actually go on Facebook, and I think there's a Paper Pumpkin group, or on YouTube. There's a Paper Pumpkin channel. So you can check out some other alternatives there as well. So I have a piece of basic white measured 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be for the inside of my card. Now, I really liked the little, I don't know if you can really see it very well here, the little cupcakes that came with this kit. So let me bring this up right there. So the little cupcakes. I thought that would be a fun card to make. So I have my stamp set here, and I'm going to be doing special delivery. And I ran out of the little cupcakes because I've used them for everything else. So I decided to pull in one of my other stamp sets, Sing Circle Sayings, and I have a little cupcake. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to bring in our stamp here. I have my Memento Black ink, and I'm going to just take my scrap here, and I'm going to stamp 2 cupcakes on here. I'm going to bring in my basic white here. I'm going to stamp a cupcake right here. All right. And the reason I'm using Memento Black is because I'm going to be pulling in my stamping blends. So the colors that I grabbed are Calypso Coral and Balmy Blue. I don't know why I have 2 of those, but those are the colors I'm going to use to color my cupcakes. So I am going to color this one to show you how I colored it. These 2 would be colored in the same way. I've actually already done that and fussy cut those out just for the sake of time in the video. So let's start with our coloring here. So I'm going to take my dark balmy blue, and I'm just going to draw lines on the lines there that the artist gave me on my cupcake foil. And I'm actually going to go right on the inside here, part of my foil. Then I'll take my light balmy blue and I'm going to just blend that all together. And I'm just doing this in streaks here. And I'll come back in again with my dark and just add a little bit more shading in there. So I'm going to add a little bit of shading right here. And some right around here. Just to give my little cupcake foil a little more dimension. All right, so now I'm going to come in with my dark Calypso Coral. And I am just going to go around my little frosting whips here. And down on the bottom, I think this is a Calypso Coral. Yep, Calypso Coral. That is the color that is one of the coordinating colors to this paper. And I'm going to come in with my light, and I'm just going to blend that dark in. And I do want the dark to be more pronounced, so I'm not blending a lot. But I don't want to have it be a really big contrast. I want that to look more natural. All right, so that's all I did. The next part I'm doing is I'm going to bring back in my stamp set from here, and we'll grab another block, and I'm going to stamp Happy, Happy Birthday. So I'm going to take my black Memento ink, and I'm just going to put Happy, Happy, and now Birthday. So I just get that picked up, put over there, and Birthday. Let's make sure I get that on my block straight. There we go. All right. Happy, happy birthday to you. All right. Cover that up. Now let's get to decorating the front of our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring back in my cupcake stamp. Or actually, you know what? Let's, instead of doing the cupcake, let's use the same stamp here from our little kit, from our paper pumpkin. I'm just going to clean my stamp off there. And I'm going to stamp Happy all over the front of this card. I do need a piece of scrap paper though, because I'm going to be stamping off the edges just a little bit. So let me grab that as scrap. Oops, where's that? There. And let's close this. All right, so let's just stamp Happy all along the side here, across the top, down the side here. Again, just randomly stamping this, different directions, not really being very specific on where I'm stamping, totally random. Sometimes this is a nice little stress reliever to do it this way. Okay, so if you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching replay. Type replay in the comments. Give me a little emoji face or thumbs up. Let me know how you like the video. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love for you to comment and just tell me what you thought of today's project. At the end of this project, I will show you alternatives, other alternatives that I made using this kit. And let's close this up for now. If I don't close my stamp pads, I get my hand in them. All right, so now here you see this piece is much longer than my card front. So I'm just going to actually trim it right at, I'm going to trim it right at where that score line is, and I can use this piece for another card. So there's already score lines in there, so I'm just going to bring my scissors in. I'm just going to trim that down. So if you get a kit that you're not really particularly fond of, cut it apart, use it for different things. Now, I want to add something a little bit more. So I'm actually going to just take my scissors. I'm going to use my little snips here, sorry. And I'm just going to snip up here. And then I'm going to cut from my corner right there. I'm going to make a little banner edge. My corner right there. Okay, so I've got a little banner edge, not significant, just a little bit. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on with my dimensionals. Ooh, a little sneak peek of one of the new stamp images that'll be coming with our September to December catalog, which starts September 6th. I'm going to be having a couple sneak peeks this weekend, so join me throughout the weekend. It's supposed to be really hot here in Wisconsin, so I am going to take the opportunity to be in my stamp studio instead of being outside all day. Because really, when it's 95 degrees, it's just, you know, too hot. Because it's 95 and humid. It's not just 95. No, no, no. It's got to be humid, so your hair gets yucky, and you walk out, and you just feel like a little sweat ball as soon as you walk out the door. Yeah. Oh, before I put this down, I want to make a banner edge on this one. Now, this is just a scrap piece of balmy blue. This is like 1 1/4 inch. I feel like it's too big, so I'm just going to cut it in half. So then I'll have a 3/4 inch strip. So put this right in there. Let's see. Well, it's not quite 3/4. I mean, my strip wasn't 1 1/4. All right, so here's a 3/4 inch strip. And again, I'm going to do the same thing I did here, and I'm going to make a little banner edge. So I'm just going to take my snips and cut in on both sides. You can use a punch. We have punches that will cut banner edges for you. I just find this just as easy. If I want it to be exact, if I'm going to be layering this, then I tend to use my punch. All right, so that's going to go right underneath. So let's just take our adhesive here and just run that. Oops. Run it right along. Okay, why are you not running? There we go. And I'm just eyeballing where I want to put it. All right, so that strip is like 4 1/4 inches wide, so it goes right to the edge of my card. All right, now I'm going to take my banner, my large banner, and put it right here on top, just like so. Oh well. All right, pull our scrap paper out now, and I need to bring in the 2 cupcakes that I colored and stamped, and I also need that little die cut image. Now, this had a little bit of like a gray. I didn't really want that on the card, so I'm flipping it over to the other side, and I want to stamp my special delivery on there. So I'm going to go ahead and use my black memento again, and we'll pull our special delivery stamp. So maybe you're going to give this person a cupcake or a little gift or, you know, something. Special delivery, I always think of that when it's a baby card, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make it a non-baby card. So I'm stamping this over to the right. That is because I'm going to be putting this right here, and I'm going to set my cupcakes right on top of that. All right, so one cupcake I'm going to just adhere with glue, and the other one I'm just going to adhere with dimensional. So let's go ahead. We're just going to grab our liquid glue here. Make things all easier. So if you're a liquid glue fan or if you're a seal fan, use whichever your preference is. I tend to, when I do like paper piecing projects, I tend to use my liquid glue. All right, so I just want to have that off centered just a little bit. All right, and now I'll take this cupcake and I'm going to glue that one on. So I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to leave it hanging off the edge just a little bit. I'll take a dimensional on the back of my cupcake. Just like that. Now, when I'm putting my cupcake down, I'm making sure that this cupcake here doesn't really go past that one. And I'm covering up that little corner there. All right. So there is my card. Let's get our inside here. Mount that one on the inside. Now it's ready to be signed, sealed, and delivered. There we go. Okay. So that is our card for today. So let me bring in those alternatives I was talking about. And so here's another one. Just put some of these out of the way here so we don't have to look at all that stuff. Oh, you know what I should do that I forgot? I had some extra embellishments just laying around. So these are leftover pastel sequins. I'm going to go ahead and put those on this card. So I'm going to grab my take-a-pick tool here and get my little putty end all set here. And we'll go ahead and grab one of these. I think I'll put that one there. We'll grab a little pink one here. That one there. And we'll put another one. We'll do one right here. One right here. And I need one more. And we'll put it right down there. Oh. Right there. Okay. So again, just using my leftovers, just things I want to use up. All right, so here is the card we made. Here is another alternative, special delivery. This is where I was talking about the baby card. I use a little bit of that twine that came in that box, and then these are all the tags. So everything that's on this card except for this designer series paper was truly from the Paper Pumpkin kit. This is my Regal's designer series paper. So I just put that around because that coordinated with the colors here. But you get these little tags and these little strips. You get all of that as part of that. Now here is another card that I told you about, the little cupcakes. So this is really the back of that one. So this idea really came from my box. I just decided to put it on a card. And now the next one here is a belly band and card. Oops, I have it upside down. A belly band and card. So just some other alternatives. So if you get a project box that you're not, you don't need the projects from, you can always convert those to cards. So I hope you liked this little video today. Come back later. I'm going to try to at least once a month do some sort of Paper Pumpkin alternative, grab a kit from the past. And I do have my Paper Pumpkin PJ party once a month. It is going to be now changed to the last Monday of every month because I missed this Monday. I'm going to be doing actually my Paper Pumpkin PJ party Labor Day night. So it'll be in the evening at 7 o'clock just to kind of wrap up our weekend and get started in our new week. But yeah, check in this weekend because I'll have some things from our upcoming mini catalog. I can't wait to be working on some of this. I would love to open it for you and share those ideas with you, but I can't open the catalog for you. But if you are on my mailing list and you've been a customer of mine, you've purchased within the last year, you should have gotten one of these in the mail. If you didn't, then please let me know and I can get one sent out to you. All right, well, take care and have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow night, 6:44 live, right here on My Stamp Studio. And see you all then. Bye.